Hello. Check it now. Now it's audible. Okay. Yes. So we are going to start with the matrix topic. So in this matrix topic, in this class, we are going to see the introduction of the matrix. Introduction of the matrix. And this topic is not related with any प्रीवियस नॉलेज. ओके, मतलब आपने फर्स्ट ईयर में कौन सा टॉपिक ऐसे नहीं पढ़ा है जिसका कंटिन्यूएशन मैट्रिक्स है. ओके, सो देयरफॉर दिस इज अ टोटली अ न्यू टॉपिक फॉर यू पीपल और न्यू कॉन्सेप्ट फॉर यू पीपल, बट इट्स टू इजी इन योर सिलेबस. It's too easy in your syllabus. It's very interesting also. Okay, so once we start go on learning this topic, you will be love the topic as well as you are going to love the subject also. Okay, and I want that you should love the subject, so it will be easy for you all people. Okay, so in this topic first I will tell you what is the weightage of this topic. Okay, so weightage is total 9 marks are there. Total 9 marks are there. How those 9 marks are divided? Okay, see here. So you will get 1 mark 1 question, 3 marks 1 question, and 5 mark 1 question. Okay, so 5 plus 3 8, 8 plus 1 9. So weightage is 9 marks. Okay, and to get that 9 marks is not that much difficult. Okay, if you understood the topic. And see, this is this topic, you know, if you understood well now, then I don't think so that again and again you have to revise this topic. Once you understood the concepts, okay, if you study this topic at the time of annual exam also, you can able to answer the things. Okay, such a easy topic, but only the thing is what you have to show the interest towards it. Okay, so let us see the introduction of this matrix. Okay, see, whenever I start with the topic, first of all we see what is the application of the topic. What is the application of that topic? Okay, so let us see what is the application of this matrix. Okay, see, earlier in the high school level you have studied the equations, linear equations, or you can say polynomial equations. Okay, in there you used to simplify the linear equations, like for example, see, I'll put some examples here. X plus y is equals to 2, x minus y is equals to 3. Then find the value of x and y. Find the value of x and y. How you used to find the values of x and y? Using which method? Okay, so that method is called as what? Substitution method, or elimination method, or cross multiplication method. Okay, these methods you used to apply to find out the values of x and y. Okay, so in this linear equation we are having 2 variables and 2 linear equations we are having. Okay, now here also the same concept is there. Okay, earlier it was having only a linear equations with 2 variables and 2 simple equations, and you used to find the values of x and y using the matrix method, using the substitution method, elimination method, or cross multiplication method. Now what is the application of matrix then? Somewhat similar. Okay, see, suppose if you are having the linear equations like for example 2x plus 3y minus 2z is equals to 4, x minus y plus 2z is equals to 1, 5x plus 4y plus z is equals to 0. Now here, how many linear equations are there now? 3 linear equations are there. How many variables are there? 3 variables are there. Now I want to find the values of x, y and z. I wanted to find the values of what? X, y and z. Now to find the values of x, y and z for these 3 linear equations, okay, which method you are going to use? That method is called as matrix method. That method is called as what? Matrix method. So this is the application. Okay, what is the application of this topic? If suppose 3 linear equations are given with 3 variables, then how to find out the values of x, y, z? Those values of x, y, z can be found out by method is what? Matrix method. Matrix method. So this is the application. Application is what? To simplify the system of linear equations. To simplify the system of linear equation, this matrix method is useful. Okay, ये कैसे use होगा? That we'll see later. Okay, now let us see now what is the definition of matrix or introduction of matrix. Okay, so I will say, I think, definition itself. Okay, in that definition itself we will see the the introduction also. Okay, now what is meant by matrix is, see, first I will tell you the theoretical definition. That is, matrix is the rectangular arrangement of numbers or functions. Matrix is the rectangular arrangement of numbers or functions and enclosed within the bracket. Then it is called as what? Matrix. Okay, so I think you may not understood this definition theoretically. Okay, let us see its mathematical form. Okay, what is the definition of matrix is, so whatever the system of linear equations are there, okay, so these linear equations coefficients we have to arrange in the rectangular manner. Okay, जैसे first equation देखो, first equation is what here? 2x plus 3y minus 2z is equals to 4. Don't bother about this RHS, leave it. Okay, what is the equation? 2x plus 3y minus 2z, correct? Okay, so in this, what is the coefficient of x? 2, coefficient of y 3, coefficient of z minus 2. So those coefficients, okay, we have to arrange it in rectangular manner. Like first see now, अभी जो first equation है, let us arrange that first equation coefficients in the rectangular manner. That is, x coefficient is 2, y coefficient is 3, z coefficient is minus 2. Okay, now second equation, I can note down this, their coefficients 1, minus 1, 2. Okay, third equation coefficients 5, 4, 1. Okay, so what we have done here, from this system of linear equations, the coefficients of x, y, z from each equation we have arranged in the rectangular manner. We are arranged in rectangular manner. After arrangement, these numbers we have to enclosed in a bracket. We have to enclose in a bracket. After enclosing in the bracket, whatever you see the form here, ये जो आपको जो फॉर्म दिख रहा है, ओके, सो दिस फॉर्म इज कॉल्ड एज मैट्रिक्स. इसे हम क्या बोलते हैं? मैट्रिक्स बोलते हैं. सो दिस इज कॉल्ड एज व्हाट? मैट्रिक्स. ओके, नाउ एज आई टोल्ड, सो व्हाट इज द डेफिनेशन? मैट्रिक्स इज द रेक्टेंगुलर अरेंजमेंट ऑफ नंबर्स और फंक्शंस. ओके, एट प्रेजेंट नाउ here 2, 3, minus 2, 1, minus 1, 2, 5, 4, 1, these are numbers. Okay, but in the place of numbers you may get the functions also. Functions मतलब कौन से? Like polynomial functions are there, trigonometric functions are there, exponential functions are there, logarithmic functions are there. Okay, so those functions also we can write it in the place of what? These numbers. Okay, so I think in your syllabus most probably we are going to use trigonometric and algebraic functions. Okay, for in our theoretical syllabus, but when you go for the competitive, there you are come across with the logarithmic, exponential, all type of functions in the matrix. Okay, so this is the form of the matrix. Now let us see the introduction for this matrix. So ये मैंने definition बोला, but in this definition again some concepts you have to understand. Okay, what is that now? So this matrix always it is denoted by, okay, so matrix is what? Denoted by capital letters of the English alphabet. Capital letters of the English alphabet. मतलब क्या? This matrix you can denote by what? A, B, C, D, so on up to Z. Means from A to Z. From that English alphabet you can take any letter and you can denote the matrix, but it should be what? Capital letters. Okay, so matrix is denoted by capital letters of the English alphabet. Okay, next thing, in this matrix, so whatever these horizontal numbers are there, okay, so whatever these horizontal numbers are there, so how many horizontal numbers are there? Now see, 2, 3, minus 1, this is 1, 1 minus 1, 2, this is second one, 5, 4, 1, this is third one. So these horizontal numbers, okay, horizontal numbers are called, horizontal numbers are called rows, are called rows, ROWS, not ROSE, okay, ROWS, rows. Okay, so these horizontal numbers present in the matrix are called as rows. Okay, now see, and those rows, now in this matrix how many rows are there? See, 1, 2, 3 rows are there. Okay, so those 3 rows you can denote like this. This is R1 row, means first row, R2 means second row, this is R3 means third row. Okay, first row, second row, third row. Similarly, अभी ये जो मैट्रिक्स में वर्टिकल नंबर्स है, these vertical numbers, okay, so these vertical numbers, okay, vertical numbers are called columns. Vertical numbers are called columns. Okay, so these vertical numbers are called as columns. अभी इसमें कितने columns है? First column, second column, third column, 3 columns are there, and these columns are denoted by C1, C2 and C3. Okay, first column, second column and third column. Okay, so these are the 3 columns and 3 rows are present in this matrix. Okay, and as I told you, matrix is denoted by any what? Capital letter of the English alphabet. So let us denote this matrix by A. Denote this matrix by A. Okay, now whatever these numbers are present inside the matrix, these numbers are called as elements of the matrix or members of the matrix. Okay, so whatever these numbers are present inside the matrix, those are called as what? Those numbers are called as elements of the matrix A or members of the matrix A. Understood? Okay, so this is the introduction about the matrix. This is the introduction about the matrix. Okay, so next part we are going to see in this is what? Order of a matrix. What we are going to see? Order of a matrix. Okay, so let us see that. Order of a matrix. Okay, now one more thing I wanted to tell you that matrix, it means what? Just one single matrix. अगर एक ही है तो matrix we have to pronounce. Okay, suppose if it is more than one, then it is called as matrices. जैसे कि हम बोलते हैं ना इंग्लिश में singular and plural. Okay, like that it is. So if it is a single, then it is a matrix. If it is more than one, then it is matrices. Okay. So let us see the second concept, that is order of a matrix. Order of a matrix. Okay. Now what is meant by order of a matrix? Suppose we have one matrix, that matrix is A. आपके पास एक matrix है, that matrix is A. Now in this matrix, okay, we are having m rows. Okay, इस matrix A में कितने rows है? m rows है. Okay, we are having m rows, and in the same matrix we are having n columns. How many columns? n columns. Then order of this matrix A can be written as, that is m into n. So this is the order of the matrix. मतलब क्या? While writing the order of the matrix, how we write that? Number of rows into number of columns. Okay, this is very important. While writing the order of a matrix, always first we have to write number of rows into number of columns. So see here, number of rows into number of columns. Okay, this is important. Okay, इसको आप ऐसे भी रीड कर सकते हो, m cross n. Otherwise there is another method to, means another way to pronounce is as m by n. Okay, there are three ways to pronounce: m into n, m cross n, m by n. Okay, any one you can use it. Okay, so order of a matrix means what? That is number of rows into number of columns. Okay, then let me write some examples here. Suppose if I take matrix B is equals to, okay, 1 2 3 4. So this matrix I have taken here. Okay, now you have to write that order of that matrix B, order of the matrix B. Okay, so what will be the order here? What will be the order? Okay, see now, order लिखते वक्त आपको क्या लिखना है? पहले rows and then into columns. So how many rows are there? 1 2 rows are there, and see order will be always written in the at this corner. Okay, 2 into how many columns are there? 1 2. So 2 columns are there. So therefore order is 2 cross 2. Order is 2 cross 2. Let me write another one example. Matrix C is equals to A B C. Now see, inside the matrix we don't have the numbers. Now we are having some variables A, B and C, small letters. So small letters are used as a member or elements of the matrix. Okay, now can you tell me what will be the order of this matrix C? Okay, मैंने बोला whenever you are writing the order, first should be always number of rows into number of columns. Okay, now see how many rows are there? 1 2 3. So 3 rows are there into how many columns? Only one column, that is 3 into 1. Okay, next let me take one more example. Matrix D is equals to 1 3 minus 2 2 0 5. Now in this matrix D, okay, what is the order of this matrix D? Okay, see how many rows? 1 2 rows are there into how many columns? 1 2 3 columns are there. Okay, so therefore order is 2 cross 3. So this is the concept of what? Order of a matrix. Order of a matrix. I hope that this order of a matrix concept is clear for you people. Okay, now after this order of a matrix, we are going to see the general form of a matrix of order. General form of a matrix of order m cross n. तो general form क्या है? And see that general form is necessary. Okay, that is required. In this topic you will get 1 mark question, and that to simplify that 1 mark question, okay, we need the general form. Okay, तो पहले अभी next concept क्या पढ़ेंगे? What is the general form of a matrix of order m cross n? Okay, It is next general form of a matrix of order m cross n, of order m cross n. Okay, so let me take one matrix here generally. Okay, so matrix A is equals to Aij of order m cross n. So this is the general representation of the matrix. Matrix A is equals to, see in this is square bracket is the representation of what? Matrix here. Okay, inside that I have written the element, that is what? Aij. So this small Aij represents what? Element of the matrix, element of the matrix generally. Okay, order is m cross n, where that I and J lies between, I think I lies between 1 to m, J lies between 1 to n. Okay, so I is from what? 1 to m, J is from what? 1 to n. Okay, let us see now what is that general form. So matrix A is equals to, okay, so now in the place of I and J you have to just go on putting these values. I starts from 1 up to m, J starts from 1 up to n. Okay, so let us take now first I will take I is 1, J is 1, I is 1, J is 1, so therefore it is A11. Okay, now next I will keep this I value is constant. Now I is 1, just go on changing the value of J. So the next one is A12, next A13, and so on up to what? A1n. Okay, so मैंने I का value constant रखा, that is I is equals to 1, and just I go on changing the value of J. So J value is 1, 2, 3, so on up to what? N, so on up to what? N. So that is A11, A12, A13, A14, A15, so on up to what? A1n. Okay, now in the next one, now you change I value. Now I is equals to 1 here, now you take I is equals to 2. Okay, I is equals to 2. Okay, again you just go on changing the value, okay, of J, that is A21, A22, A23, so on up to A2n, so on up to A2n. Okay, similarly अभी I का value 3 ले लो, again you just go on changing the value of J, it is A31, A32, A33, so on up to A3n. Okay, and like that, so on, so on, so on, so on. Last one, okay, that will be what? Now I value is what here? 1, 2, 3, so on up to what? M. So it will be AM1, AM2, AM3, so on up to AMN, AMN. Okay, so this is your general form of a matrix of order m cross n, of order m cross n. This is the general form. Okay, अभी इसका use क्या है? As I told you, to solve the 1 mark question, okay, we have to make use of this general form. Okay, now you will get 1 more question like this: construct 2 cross 2 matrix, construct 2 cross 3 matrix, construct 3 cross 2 matrix. Okay, तो आपको डिफरेंट ऑर्डर्स के मैट्रिक्स कंस्ट्रक्ट करना पड़ेगा. यू हैव टू कंस्ट्रक्ट different order of matrices, and for that construction we required the general form. We required the general form. Okay, now see, for example, now I want to construct a 2 cross 2 matrix. I want to construct a 2 cross 2 matrix. Then from this you have to take the general form. Okay, so what will be the general form for 2 cross 2 here? 2 cross 2 means what? 2 rows, 2 columns. Okay, Now from this you have to choose 2 rows and 2 columns. See here, first, second, 1, 2. So 2 rows. Okay, how many columns? 2 columns. 1, 2. So 2 columns. Okay, so therefore what is your matrix here? A11, A12, A21, A22. This is the general form of a matrix of order 2 cross 2. Okay, so whenever I use the word or whenever I ask you what is the 2 cross 2 matrix, then your answer is this general form, general form. Okay, after that we'll see the 3 cross 3 then. 3 cross 3 general form of a matrix. 3 cross 3 general form of a matrix. तो 3 cross 3 क्या होगा? देखो कितने रोज रहने चाहिए? 3 रोज एंड 3 कॉलम्स रहना चाहिए. ओके, सो देयरफॉर जनरल फॉर्म देखो क्या होगा? A11, A12, A13, A21, A22, A23, A31, A32, A33. So this is the general form of a matrix of order 3. Order 3. Okay, like that. If you want another one like 2 cross 3, how many rows? 2 rows. How many columns? 3 columns. तो कैसे लिखोगे मैट्रिक्स? ओके, A11, A12, A13. नेक्स्ट A21, A22, A23. Check it. 1, 2. 2 rows. How many columns? 1, 2, 3. 3 columns. So order is 2 cross 3. Order is what? 2 cross 3. Okay. So like this you can note down the different order of matrices. जितने आपको different order of matrices चाहिए, that can be written with the help of this general form. Okay. But see, we have restricted in our syllabus up to what? 3 cross 3. 3 cross 3 तक ही आप कर सकते हो, not more than that, like 4 cross 4 या 4 cross 5 या 5 cross 4. That is not there in our syllabus. Only up to what? 3 rows and 3 columns at the most. और उसके नीचे आपको करना है. Okay. So this is one of the important concept to deal with a 1 mark question, and most repeatedly asked question is what? Construction of a matrix, and that construction is depends on what? This general form of a matrix. Okay, so you can just note down this. Okay. Now after this we are going to see the next concept. Okay, after seeing the next concept, okay, we are going to simplify the examples. मतलब ये जो construction वगैरह है, how we can do this construction and all, that we'll see later. Okay. Otherwise you want to see the construction. I think it is better we'll see the construction of a matrix after another one more concept. Okay. The next concept is what? Types of matrices. Types of matrices or types of matrix. Types of matrix. So again this concept is also important for 1 mark. Okay, for your theoretical theory exam. Okay, so in this there are some types, so they may ask any type for 1 mark. Okay, so let us see what are the types of this matrix. So first one is row matrix. First type is what? Row matrix. Now what is meant by row matrix? Definition is very simple. Okay, a matrix in which, okay, what? A matrix in which having only one row, okay, मैट्रिक्स हैविंग और मैट्रिक्स इन विच हैविंग ओनली वन रो, और इसको ऐसे भी डिफाइन कर सकते हो, अ मैट्रिक्स विच कंटेन्स ओनली वन रो, दैट मैट्रिक्स इज कॉल्ड एज रो मैट्रिक्स. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, ओके, एग्जाम्पल लिखेंगे, मैट्रिक्स ए इज इक्वल्स टू, ओके, 1 2 3. सी, ये जो मैंने एग्जाम्पल लिखा है इसमें सॉरी वन रो, नो सॉरी तो आपको क्या लिखना पड़ेगा, वन रो. सो दैट इज 1 2 3. कैन जस्ट चेक इट, कितने रो है इस मैट्रिक्स में, ओनली वन रो इज देयर. सो दिस मैट्रिक्स इज कॉल्ड एज व्हाट, दैट इज रो मैट्रिक्स, दैट इज व्हाट, रो मैट्रिक्स. ओके, सेकेंड वन, कॉलम मैट्रिक्स. आई थिंक ये इसको आप अभी डिफाइन कर सकते हो. कॉलम मैट्रिक्स मीन्स व्हाट, ओके, रो मीन्स व्हाट, अ मैट्रिक्स विच कंटेन्स ओनली वन रो. ओके, देयरफॉर देन व्हाट इज मीन बाय कॉलम मैट्रिक्स, व्हाट इज मीन बाय कॉलम मैट्रिक्स, अ मैट्रिक्स विच कंटेन्स ओनली वन कॉलम, अ मैट्रिक्स विच कंटेन्स only one column, then that matrix is called as column matrix. For example, let me write matrix B is equals to A B C. Matrix B is equals to A B C. Okay, you can just observe here. How many columns are there? Only one column is there. So therefore, this matrix is called as what? Column matrix. This matrix is called as what? Column matrix. Okay. But in the examination, such a simple definition or such a simple question they will not ask in exam. Okay, what is define row matrix? They will not ask such a simple question. Okay, so ये दो टाइप तो एग्जाम में नहीं पूछेंगे. Okay, let us take third type, square matrix. Square matrix. Now after this third, whatever the types we are going to learn, those all are important for 1 mark. वो आपको एग्जाम में पूछ सकते हैं और दे में ask also. Okay. So अभी square matrix means what? What is the meaning of square matrix? Okay, I'll define that. A matrix in which number of rows, okay, what? Number of rows is equal to number of columns. A matrix in which a number of rows is equal to number of columns, and that matrix is called as square matrix. Okay, तो आप इसको एग्जांपल दे सकते हो, कौन से ऑर्डर का मैट्रिक्स आएगा जिसको हम स्क्वायर मैट्रिक्स बोलेंगे, whose rows and columns are same. So for that example is what? 2 cross 2 मैट्रिक्स, 3 cross 3 मैट्रिक्स. ये दोनों एग्जांपल्स इसके स्क्वायर मैट्रिक्स के. ओके, लेट मी राइट वन एग्जांपल. Matrix A is equals to x y z t, x y z t. It is called as square matrix. Why? Because its order is 2 cross 2, 2 rows 2 columns, same number. Okay, if you want in 3 cross 3, if you want to write matrix B is equals to 1 3 0 2 minus 1 4 0 0 1. Okay, this is again which matrix? Square matrix, because its order is 3 cross 3, 3 rows 3 columns. So square matrix means what? Number of rows is equals to number of columns, then that matrix is called as what? Square matrix. Okay, fourth type, diagonal matrix. Diagonal matrix. अभी just means to define this diagonal matrix, before that let me explain some things here. Okay, for that let me take this square matrix here. Okay, to define this diagonal matrix you must know what is meant by diagonal first. Okay, I think you know it, but still let me explain here. So in this matrix, okay, see these elements 1 minus 1 1 1 minus 1 1, these are called as diagonal elements of the matrix. Okay, this is called as diagonal. Okay, चाहे तो आप इसको principal diagonal भी बोल सकते हो. This is also called as what? Principal diagonal. Okay, otherwise also you can say this is left diagonal. अगर मैंने ऐसे इस तरह से कैसे लिया, See here also, this is also diagonal only, this is right diagonal, okay. But usually whenever you are thinking about diagonal, we take this left only, that is principal diagonal elements, okay. Even this is also called as what? Diagonal elements, okay. Now, so if this is your diagonal, then whatever these elements are left above 3, 0, 4, so above the diagonal, so these four elements are, sorry, these upper three elements are called as upper diagonal elements, upper diagonal elements. और जो diagonal के नीचे है, okay, below the diagonal, that is 2, 0, 0, these are called as lower diagonal elements, lower diagonal elements. Also, it is also called as, अगर आप देखते हो 3, 0, 4, ये किसके मतलब किस शेप में है? अगर आप शेप लेते हो कौन सा है? ट्रायंगुलर शेप है, ओके. सो देयरफॉर, सो अबव द डायगोनल एलिमेंट्स, whichever the elements are present, those are called as upper triangular element also, and this lower is called as lower triangular element, okay. नहीं, ये दोनों भी आपको नहीं चाहिए. तो सिंपल वे, व्हाट इज द सिंपल वे? अगर ये आपका डायगोनल है, ओके, then whatever the above elements and lower elements are there, those are simply you can called as non diagonal elements. That is simple thing, okay, non diagonal elements, okay. चाहे तो आप अपर डायगोनल बोल सकते हो, लोअर डायगोनल, अपर ट्रायंगुलर, लोअर ट्रायंगुलर. नहीं तो सिंपल वे कौन सा है? सिंपली दोनों को मिलाकर क्या बोल सकते हो? नॉन डायगोनल एलिमेंट्स, ओके. इज दैट क्लियर? ओके. नाउ come to the definition of diagonal matrix now. अभी इस diagonal matrix मतलब क्या? We will see here. तो so to define this diagonal matrix, you have to start the definition with a square matrix. With a square matrix. क्यों? क्योंकि diagonal matrix we can define only for square matrices. Only for square matrices. Square matrix means what? Number of rows is equals to number of columns. For such type only we can define diagonal matrix, okay. Now see, no, this is 2 cross 2, here you can take the diagonal. 3 cross 3, you can take the diagonal. Abhi suppose I will not take any square matrix, simply I will take any one of the matrix. Let me take for example okay, so this matrix I have taken now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. इसका ऑर्डर कितना है? व्हाट इज द ऑर्डर? 2 cross 3, 2 rows, 3 columns are there, okay. Now can you take the diagonals from this? Can you take? ले सकते हो. See, if you are going to take the diagonal, okay, if you take like this, you will get only 1 and 6. What about this middle? No, not possible. अगर ऐसे ले रहे हो 1 and 5, then what about this 6? Not possible, okay. So to define the diagonal matrix, it must be a square matrix. Square matrix है तो ही आप उसको diagonal में define कर सकते हो, okay. So that's why the definition of diagonal matrix always starts with what? Square matrix, okay. So what is the definition then? A square matrix is said to be a diagonal matrix if its diagonal elements are non-zero and non-diagonal elements are 0, okay. I think I will take one example so it will be very clear the definition. 2, 0, 0, 0, 3, 0, 0, 0, 4. So this is the example of diagonal matrix. See here, a square matrix है, so इसको हमने diagonal बोला. Why? Because its diagonal elements are non-zero. Non-zero मतलब क्या? वो zero नहीं रहना चाहिए, okay. So diagonal elements are non-zero and non-diagonal elements should be 0. So you can check no. ये सभी क्या है? ये non-diagonal elements है. So 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay. So what is the definition? A square matrix is said to be a diagonal matrix if its diagonal elements are non-zero and non-diagonal elements are 0 and non-diagonal elements are 0, then it is called as diagonal matrix, okay. After this, next type we are going to see that is I think fifth one, scalar matrix. Scalar matrix. Now this scalar matrix and diagonal matrix somewhat it is similar, but थोड़ा change है उसमें. Okay, so if you want to define the scalar matrix, then you have to take the help of diagonal matrix, क्योंकि diagonal matrix को ही हम scalar matrix बोलते हैं, but there is some condition. Or so how we can define this? A diagonal matrix is said to be a scalar matrix if its diagonal elements are same. If its diagonal elements are same. Okay, मतलब क्या? See here, I'll take one example. Matrix B is equals to, I'll take 2 0 0 0 2 0 0 0 2. Okay, you just compare this both. AB diagonally है, AB diagonally है, but what is the difference? Here diagonal elements are different from each other. 2 3 4 एक दूसरे से different है, so therefore it is a diagonal matrix. Here also we are having a diagonal, but condition is what? All the diagonal elements are same, therefore this is called as what? Scalar matrix. Okay, but when you are writing the scalar matrix, okay, and if you are writing the example, except one, you can write any number as same. Okay, मतलब 1 1 1 आप नहीं लिख सकते स्केलर मैट्रिक्स में. Okay, that is the example of other type. Okay, so except 1 you can write any number here. Okay, so 2 2 2 10 10 10. Okay, so that is called as what? Scalar matrix. Okay, third one is what? Sixth one is now, that is identity matrix. Identity matrix. Now identity matrix is what? It is again similar as a scalar matrix. Okay, the only the thing is what, जो मैंने बोला, in the diagonal you will get all the elements are same, that is called as scalar. So all the elements are same means what? You will get 2 2 2 3 3 3 4 4 4, any number you will get, but except one. Okay, but in the identity matrix you will get a scalar matrix only, but in the diagonal you will get some different numbers. Okay, but in the identity matrix you will get only one number, that is, for example, okay, let me write. Okay, what is that? 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. Okay, so this is the example of identity matrix 1 0 0 0 1 0 0 0 1. So see, its diagonal elements are what? 1 1 1. तो इसको कैसे डिफाइन करते हो? A square matrix in which the diagonal elements are equal to 1. The diagonal elements are equal to 1 and rest all are 0. Rest all are 0. That matrix is called as identity matrix. Okay, and always this identity matrix is denoted by capital letter of the English alphabet. इसको आप किसी other alphabet से denote नहीं कर सकते. You have to denote with the capital I only. So this is the identity matrix of order 3 cross 3. आप 2 cross 2 का भी identity matrix लिख सकते हो, that is I is equals to, okay, see here 1 0 0 1. So this is again identity matrix of order 2 cross 2. Of order 2 cross 2. See, you must know this. ये आपको पता रहना चाहिए. What is the identity matrix of 3 cross 3 and 2 cross 2? Because to simplify the 5 mark questions or the 3 mark questions, that time it is required. Okay, and another one more last type, that is zero matrix. This is very simple definition. Zero matrix, a matrix in which all the elements are 0. All the elements are 0. Then that matrix is called as zero matrix. And zero matrix is denoted by capital letter, that is O. Capital letter O. So see here, O is equals to 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0 0. So this is the example of zero matrix for order 3 cross 3. आपको अगर 2 cross 2 में लिखना है तो 0 0 0 0. So this is a 2 cross 2 0 matrix. Okay, so these are your types of the matrices. Okay, so हमने आज के क्लास में क्या पढ़ा? इंट्रोडक्शन ऑफ द मैट्रिक्स, आफ्टर दैट ऑर्डर ऑफ द मैट्रिक्स, जनरल फॉर्म ऑफ अ मैट्रिक्स, and last part is what? Types of matrices. Okay, now in this type, square, diagonal, scalar, identity, these are important for 1 mark. These are important for 1 mark. Okay, so for today's class we will stop here. Okay, in the next class we'll see the further concepts. Okay, so thank you, and I hope that what we have discussed today, it is understood for you people. Okay, thank you.